Ali Fortescue from Sky. Now, you've criticised Rishi Sunak yesterday for being light on policy, but when it comes to the big issues that are impacting people right now, NHS pay, the strikes, what exactly are you going to do to help people? It's not clear what you're saying beyond saying that you would do a better job than the Tories. You say you're not willing to get your big chequebook out, but how are you going to fix those problems, help people right now? What difficult decisions are you going to be willing to make?
Well, look, Ali, I have criticised the Prime Minister. You're absolutely right. I thought his promises were weak and low ambition. Inflation's the biggest example of that. Saying you get inflation down at a rate lower than is already predicted is not a big promise to the British public. And the idea that after 13 years of failure you can come along in the 13th year and say, I've got 5 new promises, please give us one more chance, I just feel is so far removed from reality. But in relation to your question, obviously there are things we need to do this winter to get us through, and we've argued the case for discharging patients more quickly, virtual wards. There are many things we're making use of facilities. But what we can't do, and this is really the centrepiece of what I'm trying to say, is every year we go into an NHS crisis, it just gets worse and worse and worse, and so we're in the worst one ever now. And that's sticking plaster politics. We can do something this year to get through, but if we don't actually understand the fundamentals of change, we'll be back in the same crisis next year and the year after. And central to that is the workforce. And that's why we've said that we will have a fully funded plan to bring in, thousands and thousands more nurses, more doctors, etc., more medical staff coming into the NHS, because in the end, that's the only way we're going to get out of this. That long, putting another sticking plaster on is necessary. Of course it is. It's a bit like the energy and cost of living crisis. We've got to do it for the one more winter. But if we don't tackle the fundamentals, we'll be back in this cycle next year and the year after and the year after. And that's what's been one of the biggest failures of politics in the last 13 years.